And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And I'm back again, flying so well, I think I'm flying solo. Let's take a look over there. Yeah, nope, nobody's over there. It's just me. We're reviewing Doom Patrol Season 3, Episode 3, Dead Patrol. And it's titled Dead Patrol because we find our heroes dead. That's right. The Doom Patrol is dead. This is Cliff, Jane, Rita, and Victor. All dead. Um, After what happened last episode with Gorgalax, his assistant Samuel's killing them all. We find them. The episode starts with them dead. They are crossing the river with the ferryman, and that's where it goes. This was a fun episode. I really enjoyed this episode. Um, it was cool because it gave your characters the ability to get some closure, um, some clarification on certain things and things like that. So what happens is the four they're going across the river when three of them just they don't feel well, they pass out, leaving just Rita all by herself. She does not pass out, although she does fake it, so that she's not standing out from the others. And they take them into this area like a cave, and it's almost like a meat factory, where they got all the racks of meat hanging up, and that's how they're all hanging up on hooks, a la Rocky style. And they all go to they're heading to the afterlife, everyone except for Rita. Cliff, he goes and he sees his dad, which was interesting because the truck's driving down the road. It pulls over and Cliff sees him. He's like, "Dad." He's like, "Who do I know you?" He's like, "It's Cliff." He's like, "Oh, things have changed since the last time I saw you." He's like, "Yeah, they have." And he's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Well, since you asked, I've since the last time I've seen you, I've kind of become a hero, but I did die by an alien death ray." He's like, "Alien death ray, huh? That's crazy." And so they're spending some time together. Cyborg, he goes and spends some time with his mom. He sees his mom there. And then Jane slash Kay, because it's both of them there, they go see Kay's abuelita, her grandma. Um, Cyborg gets a lot of like closure with his mom. He gets to kind of sit down and talk to her and just really clear the air of some things that he kind of felt guilty of and things like that, especially, her death. She's like, "Look, it's not your fault. I'm happy where I'm at. That this is awesome. This is great." They had a real nice moment. And Jane and Kay with their grandma. Kay has never been happier than this is the happiest Jane's ever seen her, as right now what she's doing. And so things are going good for them. And then Cliff is just he's Cliff, right? Uh, he's arguing with his dad about how he was a deadbeat and how he's better than him. And then his dad's, had a spot where he's got his gun and he's hunting. He's like, "You just sit here and just hunt all these?" Like, "Just wait, watch." And you see like 3-4 Pegasus come flying, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful." And then his dad fires back and takes one out, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just did that. Why would you?" He's like, "Just wait till you taste it. It tastes just like chicken, you know." Um, and then Cliff finds out that after he died, his dad and his daughter kind of reconnected, which he's not happy about at all for whatever reason. Um, and so they're all going through stuff with them, and this isn't where they're going to spend their afterlife. This is kind of a welcoming party. I guess like when you go there, a fond member of your family. Although with Cliff, I mean, him and his dad didn't really get along, so but they all have that person that's there to greet them. Meanwhile, Rita is trying to figure out how to get out of there. Someone pulls her out, and she's running around trying to get out of there. Back in the real world, poor Trainer. So he's back. He came back at the end of the last episode without the negative spirit, so he's dealing with that, uh, going through and dealing with that, and then all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. He answers it. There's 4 packages there. And what's in the packages but his 4 friends' dead bodies? Um, and he just proceeds to just kind of lose it from there. He takes them all inside, wraps them up like how he is. He's posing Jane over there, flipping Cliff the bird. And this is all just kind of normal for him. And Dorothy shows up coming back from burying her dad, Niles. And Trainer's like, "Oh, come in. I'm so excited you're here. I got something to show you. It's not really good, but hey, come on in." And he's showing her that, and she's like, "How is this normal? This isn't right. This isn't normal. What is going on here?" He's like, "I'm just." And they kind of both have a little breakdown. They make some pancakes, and kind of goes on from there. They find out that Rita might not necessarily be dead, so they reach out to Danny to help them out, and Danny brings the Dead Boy Detective Agency to come and help them. Edwin, Charles, and Crystal. Edwin and Charles are dead. They're ghosts. Crystal's a medium, and they decide, hey, here's what we can do. We can go back. They go back to the afterlife. They take Trainer's astral plane there with them. Look for them, find them. Life's great. They come back. A whole bunch of other stuff happens. I'm not getting into a full breakdown of it, but it was pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed the episode. Um, I liked it, the Dead Boy Gang was pretty cool. I've heard some rumors that might be a spinoff, so we might be getting some more of them. There might be a new show coming out with them in it, which would be pretty interesting. Dorothy ends up leaving with them at the end of the episode. She's found a girl her age that she can kind of bond with. Not necessarily her age, but as close as it comes, right? And it's fun. It's a fun episode. They come back to only have Madame Rouge be sitting there in the mansion. They're like, "Who the heck are you?" She's like, "Who am I?" That's a good question. Do you want some tea? And that's kind of how the episode ends. The episodes are always crazy. They go through some stuff, and then something happens, and you're left every episode going, "What the?" And that's what I like about this show. That's what I enjoy about it. It's different. It's not your same old tried and true superhero thing with these people that are holier and better. Not necessarily holier than now, but they're just really good people, and these are really bad people. Um, and I enjoy that aspect of it. I'll say it again. Cliff is awesome. I love Cliff. Hashtag more Cliff. Cliff is great. The part where they're escaping from Death's assistant and they're going back on the boat, and she kind of hawks up and coughs up what looks like, maybe you think it's like acid or something like that, and shoots it all the way across, and it lands on them, and they all get excited because it's just vomit. It's just throw up. It it's funny. It's awkward. It's funny. It's crazy. It's a good time. I'm definitely enjoying the show. Hopefully you guys are watching it too. If you haven't started watching it, go back and start watching it. Start from season one, because things are crazy in season one. It's as crazy as they might have been even crazier in season one. I mean, it's a great show. Check it out, guys. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, all that stuff. If you got something you want me to check out, shoot me over an email, parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you guys again for joining me. Hey, until next time, I'll talk to you later. Deuces.